Teacher's log, Kinder Adventures. It's been a minute, and I apologize for that. Been busy, but there's definitely, like I said, never any shortage of stories. Um, just to get started right in them. So we're walking down the hallway in line, and I know some kids are walking faster, some are slower. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of them look like those little wiener dogs, and they got these tiny little legs, and the other one's got long legs, and so I understand there's going to be gaps. But my class my class walking down the hall should not look like the game of Centipede when you're shooting the little things, and then parts disappear, and you just got all these gaps, but they're all still going. And I'm like, dude, that's not working. And then the other day, we're sitting there, we're doing a project, and I'm like, all right, I need you guys to get up and go do whatever, whatever. And Giggles gets up, didn't even move, and then just fell over. Like, I think she was trying to move, locked her feet up. I don't know. It's like someone crossed her over in basketball, except there was nobody there. And there was literally no reason. She just fell. Now, she was laughing hysterically, of course. Her name is Giggles. But she was like, I'm okay. I fell over. 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 She doesn't say over. I fell over. And I was like, you do realize that the floor has been there since before you came into class? No, it wasn't. I don't think she understood what I was saying. I did. And yeah. So, yeah. Um, Then I have another kid come over and they're like, hey, Mr. E, I don't know what to make because they were playing with Legos for playtime. And I'm like, use your imagination. And whenever I say that, the entire class joins in. So it's kind of nice. Um, well, I don't know what to do. I said, okay, well, again, use your imagination. Well, what do you want to make? I want to make, like, I don't know, like she said, like a unicorn or something like that. I was like, okay, then make a unicorn. Unicorn. I don't know how to do it. Okay, well, then use your imagination. A little smart aleck. Well, I don't know how to use my imagination. I'm like, first of all, well played. Second of all, don't you do that to me. You don't talk back to me. You don't sit there and use my own stuff against me. Then we're sitting there, and I don't know what. Listen, Giggles is one of a kind. This girl's sitting there, and she's doing her work, and she's chit chatting with the people at her table, which is totally okay. And then all of a sudden, she's just makes this weird sound, and I happen to be right there, and she makes this weird sound. It's almost like a squeak out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere, and I can't even mimic it because my voice does not get that high. And I look at her. She looks at me, kind of confused as well, like she's trying to figure out where that came from. It's like that on The Secret Life of Pets when that cat was purring and didn't realize that it was coming from the cat. So she's sitting there and she's doing that, and I'm like, "What was that weird noise?" And this little girl is like, "That's not a weird noise." I was like, "No, that was a weird noise." And I was like, "You made something." I tried to mimic it, and she's like, "Well, that's a weird noise." I was like, "You're a weird noise." She's like, "No, I'm not. I'm a girl." Okay, okay, okay. And then just a little bit later, we're sitting down, we're all at the carpet, everybody's doing fine, the kids are learning, it's great. And I was sitting there and I was taking a drink of water. You know, sometimes it just goes down before you want it to do, you know, and you start coughing. So I coughed a couple of times. Now, if I had older kids, you know, the kids are all like, he, COVID. Okay. But these kids aren't like that. One of them was genuinely serious. Mr. E, are you okay? And I'm like, yes, thank you, little person. And another one's like, I thought you were going to die. I'm okay. I'm coughing. I mean, yeah, that would be bad, but I mean, you really went worst case scenario, doomsday. And she just started laughing. And I'm sitting there thinking, wait, you thought it was funny that I was gonna die, or, I mean, what are you laughing at? And then she stopped laughing and just stared at me. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And then I got another kid, right? We had our snack, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, all right, you guys eat your snack, and it was the little package of Fruit Loops, the little fruit packs or the packs or whatever. And I got one kid who's over here just going. Now, I don't think he was doing it on purpose, but I literally could see his stomach because his mouth was so open, so wide open. He was just like, like you would have thought that the size of Fruit Loops that he was eating were like this big, like this big. This is what you would have thought the size of the Fruit Loops was. The way he was, the way his mouth was open, and that he was just crunching on them, just crunching, crunching, crunching. I mean, I'm sitting there like, dude, wow. Hey, can you not? Thank you. So that's just one of the many, many, many things that I still have yet to explain. So with that, I will end transmission.